Hi, today we are going to deal about the bone of upper limb, that is clavicle, which is the smallest bone of the upper limb. So this clavicle is also known as collarbone, which is placed in the collar region. That's why it is also known as collarbone. This clavicle is nothing but an example of long bone, but it is considered as modified long bone because of some basic reasons, such as it is placed horizontally. So it is the only bone which is placed horizontally, and this is a long bone which is not having medullary cavity in it, and then it is ossified by membranous ossification, whereas other long bones it will get ossified by cartilaginous ossification, whereas this clavicle is getting ossified by membranous ossification. And one more important feature for this modified long bone is this bone is getting pierced by subcutaneous nerves. So here from neck region we have got subcutaneous nerve, that is supraclavicular nerve, which is present just above the clavicle coming from the neck region, and this supraclavicular nerve divides into three branches. Among that, intermediate supraclavicular nerve is going to pierce this bone. So these are the major differences compared to other long bones and this modified long bones. And this is a only bone which is placed horizontally, which you have to remember. And this is a bone which is also considered as subcutaneous bone. You know, subcutaneous in the sense it is present just below the skin. So this is a bone which can be felt over skin. So this is a subcutaneous bone. Now moving on to the bony features which we have to know. The clavicle, which is placed in this proper position as it is holded now, we have got some parts of clavicle. Before going to the details of the parts, first we have to know whether it is right or left side bone. So to find the side determination, we have got some points to remember, such as we have to see for its medial and lateral end. So this is the medial end and this will be considered as lateral end. So if we are seeing the medial end, so this is the medial end of clavicle, which will be triangular in shape, somewhat triangular it will be. So this is the end which is also known as sternal end. You know, here we have got sternum. To articulate with sternum, we have got this end. So we are calling this end as sternal end or the medial end, which is going to be triangular in shape. And now if we are seeing the lateral end, so this lateral end it will be flattened. So this is a facet for articulation with the acromion process. So this end is also called as acromial end, lateral end or acromial end. So we have to see for these two ends for side determination. Medial end always triangular, lateral end will be flattened. And one more thing which we have to observe is in the medial aspect. So this whole of the shaft, this is two ends, medial and lateral end. In between the two ends, we have got shaft region. So this whole region is considered as shaft of the long bone. So in this shaft, we have got two parts such as medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. So here if you are seeing, till here we have got medial 2/3. So this whole part is considered as medial 2/3 and this part is considered as lateral 1/3. Now while holding the clavicle, you have to remember the medial 2/3 should be convex forwards. So this is the anterior aspect of medial 2/3, which will be convex forwards and concave backwards. So this is the concave aspect which is seen posteriorly. This is the convex aspect which is seen anteriorly. This is seen in the medial 2/3. Moving on to the lateral 1/3, we have got anterior part concave and the posterior part convex. I think you can make out here. So medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. Medial 2/3 always should be placed anteriorly convex, posteriorly concave. Lateral 1/3 anteriorly concave, posteriorly convex. So these are the points you have to remember for side determination. And one more important aspect is we have to see for the inferior aspect. So in the inferior aspect of the clavicle, here we can make out a groove. So this is the groove of clavicle. This is called as subclavian groove, which is present below the clavicle. So we are calling this groove as subclavian groove. So this subclavian groove will be always seen in the inferior aspect. So this is the subclavian groove which you are seeing here. So this is the subclavian groove which is seen only in the inferior aspect. Middle part of clavicle, inferior aspect, you will be having this subclavian groove. Now we are have to find out whether it is right or left. So as I said, this is medial, this is the proper position which he is holding. So we have got medial 2/3 which is convex, lateral 1/3 which is concave, and then inferior aspect we have got the subclavian groove. So this side bone is left side bone. So the clavicle which we have here is left sided clavicle bone. Now we are moving on to the general features. So to talk about the general feature, we have got two ends as you already know and a shaft part. First, moving on to the ends. We have got sternal end which is triangular and it is going to articulate with manubrium of sternum. So we have got a joint there that we will call as sternoclavicular joint. And one more end which we have is lateral end which is going to articulate with acromion process of scapula, and that end we will call as a joint called acromioclavicular or clavicoacromial joint. So these are the two ends we have. Now we have got the shaft. So our shaft, as you already know, we have got medial 2/3. Till here we have got medial 2/3. So this part till here we have got medial 2/3 and this is lateral 1/3. Now if you are seeing the medial 2/3, this whole part, it is rounded. It is cylindrical or rounded in shape. So this is whole of rounded shape. This is the cylindrical rounded shape of the medial 2/3. In the lateral 1/3, if you see, you can make out it is flattened. So lateral 1/3 is flattened and medial 2/3 it will be rounded. So we have got for the medial 2/3 four surfaces such as anterior surface, superior surface, posterior surface, and then we have got inferior surface. So anterior, superior, posterior and inferior surface. So four surfaces for medial 2/3. And coming to the lateral 1/3, we have got two surfaces, superior and inferior, and two margins, anterior margin, posterior margin. So we have got four surfaces in the medial 2/3, and in the lateral 1/3 we have got two margins or two borders such as anterior border, posterior border, and two surfaces, superior surface and the inferior surface. So now moving on to the attachment. So all these things are the features, bony features of the clavicle we have. Now for each surfaces and each borders we have got some attachments placed, so that we are going to see now. So talking about the attachments, we have got in the medial 2/3. So this whole medial 2/3, as I said, we have got four surfaces. First one, anterior surface. In the anterior surface we have got muscle attachment of pectoralis major. So anterior surface, it is giving attachment to pectoralis major. The superior surface giving attachment to sternocleidomastoid. So we have got in neck a muscle on either side that we will call as sternocleidomastoid. Means it is taking its origin from sternum and also from the clavicle. So from the sternum and also from the clavicle, and then it is getting inserted into the mastoid process. So we are calling it as sternocleidomastoid muscle which is attached to the superior surface. Anterior surface giving origin to pectoralis major. And then we have got posterior surface. So in the posterior surface we have got attachment of sternohyoid muscle. So from the sternum to the hyoid bone in the neck region. So in the neck region we have got hyoid bone. Till here it is getting attached, which is taking some of the muscle fibers from the posterior aspect of clavicle also. So sternohyoid muscle and superior surface sternocleidomastoid muscle, anterior surface pectoralis major. And moving on to the inferior surface, as we already know, we have got in the middle part this whole subclavian groove. So this subclavian groove is giving attachment to a muscle called subclavius muscle. So inferior surface is giving attachment to subclavius muscle. On either side of the subclavian groove we have got two lips, and in that lips we have got attachment of the, so here we have got, so this is whole thing is subclavian groove, this whole part. So here on the margins we have got a fascia attached on the lips of the subclavian groove, this part. So this subclavian groove with the lips we are going to see. So in the lips we have got attachment of clavipectoral fascia. So this is clavipectoral fascia. And here we have got in between this groove, that is subclavian groove, giving attachment to subclavius muscle. So we have got 4 muscles attached to the medial two-third. Anterior surface pectoralis major and superior surface sternocleidomastoid, posterior surface sternohyoid, inferior surface subclavius muscle. Moving on to the lateral one-third. In the lateral one-third, as I said, we have got 2 margins such as anterior margin, posterior margin, superior surface, inferior surface. In the superior surface, we have got superior surface, it is subcutaneous. That's why we are calling this bone as subcutaneous bone. But in anterior margin and posterior margin, we have got attachment. In the anterior margin, we have got attachment of deltoid muscle, and in the posterior margin, we have got attachment of trapezius muscle. So here we have got trapezius muscle. In the anterior margin, we have got deltoid muscle. Moving on to the inferior aspect of the lateral one-third. Inferior aspect, here you can make out a tubercle. So this is conoid tubercle. So this tubercle is called as conoid tubercle. From this conoid tubercle, we have got a ridge extending. So here we have got a ridge extending from this conoid tubercle. Both the conoid tubercle and this ridge, that is trapezoid ridge, both are giving attachment to coracoclavicular ligament. So a ligament which is getting attached from coracoid process to clavicle. So that is coracoclavicular ligament. And you can see a foramen over here, that is nutrient foramen, which is going to transmit nutrient vessels for this particular bone. So these are the attachments of this bone you have to remember. So we have seen 2 ends, such as we have got medial end and the lateral end, and the shaft, which is having 2 parts, medial two-third and lateral one-third. Medial two-third with 4 surfaces, lateral one-third with 2 borders and 2 surfaces. And in the lower part, we have got a tubercle called conoid tubercle with trapezoid ridge giving attachment to coracoclavicular ligament. Here we have got 4 muscles. Here 2 muscles in the anterior margin deltoid, posterior margin trapezius muscle. And this all about the details you have to remember for clavicle bone. Thank you.